Hey guys, good morning. Let's do a quick tutorial on Siri 2.0, ChatGPT on your iPhone. And again, I like to break my stuff up because I reuse a lot of these things over and over, so I don't like to make them long. So as you'll see, Siri 2.0, is basically simple. All it does is ask me what I want to do. Assistant, shopping list. So let's say I want to expand Siri 2.0 to do things that Siri itself can't do. So for example, I say, let's create a shopping list,
Sorry, I can't help with that.
right? So Siri sucks. You can't really do much with Siri. So if you want to do things like that, kind of like what Google Assistant can do, you would have to pretty much build it with shortcuts. Yeah, go get your iPad. So you would have to pretty much create it with shortcuts so that you can customize what Siri can do for you and basically build your own assistant. Because I think the reason Siri doesn't do a lot of things they used to do is because they got sued and they had to get rid of a lot of features. So Google Assistant actually is pretty good. So Google Assistant can do a lot. It's just, if it has some of the features that ChatGPT has, which I'm pretty sure they will add eventually, it is definitely going to be a lot better. So let's say let's create a shopping list.
Sorry, it looks like you already have a list with that name.
Okay. Let's create a groceries list.
Sure, I made a list called grocery.
Right. So now you can do things like, let's add items to the grocery list.
What do you want to add?
Eggs, bananas, milk, sugar.
Got it. I added those three things.
Right? So now you can view list and you can do things like this. Look at this. Boom. So you can pretty much do the same thing here if you want. And the beautiful thing about Google, obviously, is that it connects with your devices. So if you have Google Home, now you can go do that on your other devices. Now, when it comes to the Apple network, you can do the same. And now you'll have it, let's say, on notes. You can have it on reminders. And it'll be across your devices. So it'll be on your Mac, your Apple, iPad, your iPhone. So you could basically do the same thing here by creating this. So like I can say, hey, let's do this here. Let's say do shopping list. I want to create, what are you, let's see, I want to name this one. Did I ask it for a name? Hold on, let me see what I asked it for. Shopping list or the list items. Oh, I didn't finish the shortcut. So I think I was gonna have this shortcut name it, name the list and then save it, and then it will create a reminder, and then you would add the reminders. I haven't finished it, but when I finish it, I'll give you guys a demonstration. But basically, Siri 2.0, this is all it is. So I'll share this one, and you can see here that I'm running, when I click Assistant, run ChatGPT 3.51, right? Which is the one here that runs the OpenAI API that interfaces back and forth with the conversation. Oh, man. All right, so where were we? Picking up where we left off. All right, so we're interfacing with 3.5.1, right? Which is basically the difference is that I took away the menu options. That way I don't really have to, it's always going to be a new chat if I'm talking to via Siri. So I don't really want to have it look up an old chat, delete old chats. I can do that manually. I mean, technically you can control all of them, but it's just easier. Hey, just make me a new one. So this is what it looks like on the inside, and I'm gonna share. You can copy this, or you can get the links for the shared one from the YouTube channel, since I can't share it on TikTok. If you're watching this on TikTok, and obviously you can modify any of these. Again, you will need an account with OpenAI, and this is the paid service version, guys. So this is not free. Again, it's very cheap, but as you'll see in some future videos, I'm going to show you guys the advantages of being able to do something like this, especially when using the Mac. And I'll show you, for example, how you can write articles, blogs, blog posts. I mean, and this thing pretty much, you just press a couple of buttons and you can set it to do it automatically. I like to pretty much confirm things and change it a little bit here and there before I even send it up as a draft, so that I have to do as little editing as possible once it's up on the blog. And I'll show you guys what that looks like. So if you want to do affiliate marketing, via blogs or something like that. And I'll pull up sample blogs and I'm like, wait, look at this. This is easy. I can literally automate this entire process. And I'll show you what I'm talking about on some of the future videos. So this is pretty much what it looks like on the inside, right? So you have a dictionary, which has the JSON basically that you're going to need to push over to the AI, to the API for the OpenAI. This is the prompt, which is just, hey, the following is a conversation between Ron and an AI. You're a helpful AI, whatever, etc. Right? I send it over to the playground, which I've already shared. So if you haven't watched that video, click on the images on the links here, or go look through the playlist and you'll find it. Then I have it saved to my shortcuts, right? So I have save prompt to shortcuts, which basically creates a folder, AI response, and then the label is gonna be, so let me just show you, so I name everything. And the problem with sharing this, guys, is probably a lot of these features may not transfer properly. So this is why I'm sharing it here so that you can see what it looks like. All right, so it's gonna create a folder with that name. So this here is taking an input from here. So what is it creating? Chat label prompt. Create short file label for a chat from this prompt. What is the prompt? What I ask. How can I help you? And then my response. So my response is, give me a list of 5 cats. So what I wanted to do, using one of the cheaper models, is, hey, just make me a label, a short label that says, hey, 5 cats, right? So it's basically what you see on Chat GPT online on the website. You'll see on the left, all your old conversations are there, and it has a short label. It's basically just having it do that. And again, once the API is out, you probably won't even need any of this, guys. It's probably going to be outdated. It's going to be useless. There's not going to be a need to save the files. Like I'm saving the files right now on my local device, right? But once they release the API, it's probably going to be hosted on their end, which is going to make things a lot easier. So then I'll update it to have the OpenAI model for ChatGPT, which will work a little bit better than this, because I won't have to pretty much keep sending it data over and over from my end. It'll have it on their end. Then I have run splits, and I'll cover what this is. And again, I separate these things because I don't want to have to keep typing them up over and over and over. So one issue I kept running into when running API calls was that spaces, if they don't have the proper syntax, like / n to represent return, etc., and the proper syntax, you get errors all the time. It's like, oh man, why am I getting these errors? Basically because you have line spaces, line breaks that, when you send it up, it just doesn't recognize, like, what's going on here. You have an empty line here, and then you get an error. So what splits does is pretty much gets rid of all the empty spaces and brings everything together, right? Otherwise, so again, on the beginning here, it says, hey, ask for input. If the shortcut does not have an input, continue. Shortcut input does not have any value, then ask for a value, right? I don't really need get clipboard here. I can't remember why I added that. It's just in case I copy some text, but I don't really need that. You don't really need that. Otherwise, shortcut input, get shortcut input type. If type is a dictionary, extract name and file, right? So you see here, value for name, value for file. That's basically because I'm regurgitating, I'm rerunning the shortcut again, so that I can keep the conversation going. So that's what this is. I just send it over a dictionary to have the shortcut pull the name of the file and continue the conversation and continue appending that conversation, right? Otherwise, copy type to clipboard, and then if it's not copy type to clipboard, and then we're gonna start ChatGPT 0.5 all over again, and it's basically just gonna start a new conversation, a new file. And I know that part. Copy type to clipboard. I don't think that's supposed to be typed. Let me see. Whatever. I know it works. So we'll skip it for now. I haven't had any errors with it so far. All right, so get name from file. This basically just gets me the name. That way we know where we're going to save. And this is the part where we're going to start producing what we want. So max tokens, I bumped it up to 2,500 just so that it doesn't error out because of size. And again, there are issues with running this massive amounts of data on the phone because the phone screen is just so small. On the computer, it's a lot easier. So you can keep a conversation going. So the next logical update to this is to make it make an interface basically work the same as a chat box, right? Bot. And I already started working on one. You can actually do it and host it directly on the phone. It's really not hard. It just takes some time to put together. And I'll show you before I end this video what that looks like, or at least what it started to look like. I never got to finish it. So basically it has an input box. You send it up. It gets the reply from the AI, but I couldn't get it to... well, I mean, I only gave it like 10 minutes, but I didn't get it to display my prompt on the screen. So I had to review the code to make sure and see what was going on. All right, so choose from menu, respond, copy to clipboard, add to notes. All right, ChatGPT. So you can see I have a lot of shortcuts within them. And then splits, this is what splits looks like. So I go to processes. Splits is very simple, guys, but I use this over and over on a lot of my shortcuts, my automations, because it helps remove empty. So if repeat item, repeat with each item from shortcut input, right? So split by new lines. If there's an empty line, then do nothing. Otherwise, add it to this text, and then this part here is what we're extracting and pushing forward. Okay, so. That's Siri 2.0. So you saw that one. Very simple. Pretty much does nothing. Just start a menu. But the beautiful thing about this is from here, I can expand and say, hey, you know what? I want to build shopping list. I want to build, I want to do this. I want to do that or whatever. You know what I mean? And then that shopping list, I can then push, let's say I wanted to send, hey, send it to ChatGPT and have it add details or whatever, right? So you can do all of that. So that's what that looks like. And then the original one was this, where you have the menu options, right? So I said, hey, so for example, we start this one, new chat, continue chat, let's say. It'll go open old chats, disable display, last username, baking cupcakes. How can I check my PC's recording audio? Disable CAD. Yes, it's possible to create the following conversation, right? So like anything you want to look up, you can do that. So let's say I want to say delete old chats. So so I can go and I just did a video on this, right? There you go, right? And I just did a video. You just click, boom, it deletes. These are all of them here. Quit. There's a problem with that quit function after I delete old ones. So again, I gotta look over it and see what's going on there. But anyway, the playground I've already shared. I'll put splits up so you guys can see. And then let's take a look at where test and shortcuts, AI playground, Siri 3.0. Where is it? Show web view. I think it was this one. Here's an example of, so this is what I was trying to work here. So I say hello, and I did have it working where it was getting me, but when I changed the color, I don't know if it's hidden behind the design, but it definitely was working before. But that's what it looks like. So you can start building within your phone, Mac, iPad, pretty much start building your own chat bot if necessary. But honestly, once they make the API available for ChatGPT, you won't really need to do this because, I mean, why store it? So this is what the AI response is. I store it here. It looks like this. The following is a conversation. So that's the original prompt. No problem, Ron. Here's a great recipe for baking cupcakes, right? So that's the response. Instructions, boom. And then I can continue this conversation. So let me show you what that looks like. So let's go ahead and say, baking cupcakes. All right, so let's say I say, where can I buy the ingredients? know if I spelled that right. All right, let's see. So you saw the problem there. I couldn't even see my text box, my input. Obviously, if I was using Siri 2.0, it would just type it for me, so it's fine. But it's kind of annoying because that's why you want to build your interface. So that would be the next logical step for me to do. So there you see, and again, this is a work in progress, guys. So I constantly have to look it over. So let's say I'm not even going to save it to notes. Let me just go to my file here and see the response. See if it updated it. So it doesn't look like it updated it. Let me try it again. Where can I buy the ingredients? And this is where it would be great for them to be able to monetize, right? It's like, hey, I just gave you a list of things to do. Where do you go buy these items? And that's where they go and say, hey, Ron, here you go. Go to this supermarket nearby and, and send you the links. You know what I mean? All right, so there's something wrong with the process. Let me see what's going on. So as you can see, guys, this is not a finished product. I'm still working on it. I work on it as needed, or as I'm working on it, and I just improve it as I go. So obviously the problem is old chats, which I knew it was working before, so I don't know what's going on now. So let me see what's going on. Continue chat, folder. And usually the problem is going to be with the first step right there. So AI response, shortcut, folder, contents of folder, continue chat. Choose item, okay. So I choose my file. Ask for text. How can I help you with? Okay, so it is picking up the right file. File, provided input. Okay, end menu. Goes to here and it sends it here. So it is sending it there. So let's take a look. So show results. All right, so let's see what this looks like. Continue chat. Baking cupcakes. Where can I buy the ingredients? Done. All right. Where can I buy the ingredients? So it's there. So let's see where the error is. So the error is not in the beginning. So let's move it down lower and see what it is. And this is pretty much how I go about it, guys. So I go step by step and I was like, all right, let me go to the next play. So it's probably I'm getting an error here because of that extra space, which is why I run splits. So, all right, so let me move splits to down here. And I bet you it'll work now. Clear. All right, and let's try again. Continue chat. Baking cupcakes. Where can I buy the ingredients? Always allow. Okay, That looks a lot better. So you can see here, this is what splits does. It joins all these lines. So I saw that the response had an extra space and then it said, or /n. And that was probably what the error was, guys. And that's why I have splits, to avoid those errors. So it's actually great that that showed up there. Let's see where we are now. Where is it? All right, so it's running the API call. All right, so let's see what the error is. All right, let's get back. So I'm getting an error there, and that's something I really need to add. I haven't added, is basically a error. When error, show me the error right away. So that's an if condition. Basically, I have to add here. So I'm going to see what the error I'm getting is. Show results. And this is why I keep them separated, right? So I have playground, as you can see here. Now I can just go to the playground and say, hey, I'm getting an error somewhere. And now based on what I'm seeing, I'm pretty sure it's at the playground. So it's going to tell me, hey, there's something wrong with your JSON file. All right. And I'm pretty sure it is the JSON, but let's just take a look and see. All right. So it won't let me. I hate it when it does this. That's one of the problems with shortcuts. You get these issues like this. It doesn't let you select things like get contents. So we'll do dictionary. Again, let's do chat, continue chat. Baking cupcakes. Where can I buy the ingredients? You can buy the ingredients for cupcakes recipe for most grocery stores, online retailers. Okay, so I am getting a good response. Oh, now it's working. So that's weird. That was actually really weird. I don't know why I just did that. So I'm pretty sure it was the issue with the splits, guys. I don't know why that just did that right there. But the error, basically, I do really honestly do need to add an error check right here. That way, when I get an error, if it contains error, I can have it rerun and say, hey, let me fix this error and do that, right? But whatever, I'm not gonna do that right now. But that's an example of why I have splits and all that other stuff, right? So that's ChatGPT conversational, and then the 3.51 is the one I use for Siri 2.0. So I showed you that. Let me see what else was in there. Splits. All right, so that's pretty much it. All right, I think that's pretty much it for this video, guys. On the next few ones, I'll show you guys how to run a blog. Honestly, let me show you guys. So let's say you want to do, I don't know which one you want to see, but let me know which ones you guys want to see. I can show you how to automate YouTube with quotes. Actually, that one's really cool and easy. So I'll show you guys that one right there. So if you want to run a motivational YouTube channel, if you want to run a motivational blog or anything like that, actually, this is really simple. So I have one, right? So let's say I want to do a specific quotes by a specific author, or just random ones or whatever. You can do all of that. And again, you can apply this to any niche, guys, any niche. If you want to do blogs about reactions, or videos about reactions, and you want some help, some automation help, you can do that. So I'll just show you guys a quick one on quotes, right? So I want, let's say, give me 15 quotes. All right, and it'll be random. I want them in Spanish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's a problem that's happening here right now that I can already see, and that is that it's not creating my audios. And I'll fix that real quick, and then we'll do this all over again. But look at this; it's putting it into a blank PNG file that I can then overlay on my video templates. So then I go over to LumaFusion, put it over my template here, add the audios, add the
All audios created.
the videos. I mean, add the audio, and the images, and boom, I have myself a video, easy, within minutes, right? So let me fix my problem there. Should have done that automatically. I'm not sure why it didn't, but let me fix it. So let me see, tokens refreshed. Yes, it was. All right, let's try it again. Quotes. Let me get 15 quotes. Spanish.
Me expulsa, me mantiene a distancia, me impide, me evita, me encadena, me hace danzar, me asola, me afea mi soledad, me corroe, me corrompe, me martiriza, me hace sufrir, padecer, llorar todo el día y gran parte de la noche. Y no lo sabe, y no se cree responsable y no quiere saber que sabe que en mí se venga de lo que no es. Alejandra Pizarnik.
That's one. And audio file.
Madero
2,
ha soltado al
and
tigre,
audio
a
file.
ver si puede domarlo.
So it'll go through that process
Porfirio
over and
Díaz.
over. So again, any niche, guys, give me a niche. I'll put something together
Recordad
and
que
just
la
show you.
naturaleza nos ha
Story
dado
blocks
dos
too.
oídos
Let's
y
say
una
you want
boca para
videos,
enseñarnos que vale
images.
más oír que hablar.
You can do that
Zenón
too.
de sitio.
Boom. Pull the data, and I mean,
Pueblo
it's
indolente,
honestly, it's
cuán
limitless.
diversa sería hoy vuestra suerte si
So
conocieseis
let's
el
wait for
precio
those
de la
to finish,
libertad.
and
Policarpa
then we'll end this video
Salabarrieta.
here, and then I'll show you guys some more stuff
Cásate.
later. Just let
Si
me
por
know
casualidad das
which of
con
these
una buena
automations you
mujer,
want to see.
serás feliz. Si no,
But the
te
Amazon
volverás
product blog
filósofo,
articles are
lo que
by far my
siempre es
favorite.
útil para el hombre. Sócrates. Alégrate, llena de gracia, el Señor está contigo.